Namaskar, welcome Apni Kahani Struggle to Success. From today, we are starting a very special subject, startups, and we will invite a successful entrepreneurs who has started the various projects and they are successfully running their business even in this pandemic time. Today, we have a very special friends, guest, Dr. Mohammad Faizan, founder and CEO, Confidence Solutions GmbH, which is based in Germany, Hamburg, Kiel. He has multiple places. So, Dr. Mohammad Faizan, welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me in Apni Kahani Struggle to Success, Dr. Mishra.
Apni Kahani means the own story. Dr. Faizan, please tell us about your life journey.
So I am basically from UP Bijnor, Uttar Pradesh, and Kolkata, Datpur. And yeah, so then I came to Germany for my higher studies.
How you got this idea to start a startup, Confidence Solutions GmbH?
I came back from Norway and I attended university workshop, how to become an entrepreneur. And that workshop turned my mind other way around completely. This I always had in my mind that one day I will start my own business, but I was not sure when. So after attending that workshop, I went back to my room and I sat and I was thinking, Faizan, am I a person who is sitting in front of computer and guiding 2, 3, 4, 5 PhD student in whole life, or you can do something different? Because as a president of Indian community, I was helping from 2011 to 14, I was president of Indian community. And that time I was helping a student. And how this idea came into my mind. After attending this workshop, I was thinking about the ideas, and what happened, I noticed a lot of international students or Indian students are struggling to find internship, part-time jobs. And parallelly, when I was talking to, and when I talked even in that workshop, a lot of companies people and other people are region people are looking for talented resources. And that's how this idea came into my mind, to bridge the gap or to build some kind of bridge to bridge this gap basically.
Which kind of service provided by Confidence Solutions GmbH?
Confident is initially, when I started this Confident solution, it was completely software outsourcing company. But initially, I learned from my mistakes and challenges. Then we are focusing into two things. So IT employee leasing, basically, this is our main business, and also software development. So these kind of two services we are giving. But recently, 2021, last year, we signed an agreement with very big Indian company Inspira for go-to-market partnership. So we are also going to provide cybersecurity services to German market. So these are, I can say now, we are focusing on three services. One is IT employee leasing. Second is software development. Third is cybersecurity solutions.
How you manage fund to start Confidence Solutions Private Limited? As a startup, when you start something, so you need the money. So you had your own money or you get funded where somewhere. How you started? Can you tell? This is interesting.
Yes. So initially, it was my own funding as well, because I was on Marie Curie fellowship as well during my PhD. So I had enough savings to finance my startup or my idea. But what happened, this idea, when I pitched, because I was looking for funding, for small funding. So I came to know there is a good chance to get 10,000 euros funding through the university, because it's related to kind of integration of internationalization or integration of international student to German job market. So I went to the International Center of Christian Albert University, CAUK, and I pitched this idea. They liked the idea and they pitched to the DAD. And when we pitched together to DAD, we sent this concept to Dad. Dad said, it's really good idea. If you can wait for 2-3 more months, then there is a good chance to get 150,000 euros funding for 3 years. So then that was a, a special moment for me, that I went to apply for 10,000 euro funding, and suddenly they said there is a chance to get 150,000 euros. And luckily, 3 months later, when we did a proposal and all, 3 months later, we got funding of 126,000 euros for 3 years to integrate the international students into German job market. And this was the major point where I got funding, and I can finance partially to myself as a consultant, and also to we were utilizing that money to organize or arrange different kind of networking events and all to integrate the international students into German job market. So initially, thanks to the local authority, Open Campus, and Kiel University, they supported to get this funding from the DAD. So yeah, this was a lucky moment, and yeah, I got funding from the university for that.
Very nice, very supportive by the local governments.
Yes, indeed.
In every startups, there are some struggles, right? So which kind of struggles you faced during this startup, and how you was able to manage this, or how you are able to manage this thing?
Struggle is everywhere. And in every, not only startup, but in everyone's life, we have a struggle. But in a startup, you have different kind of struggle. You are coming with your concept and you are not sure what is going to happen, because after having a PhD degree, you are risking yourself first, completely putting yourself into open ocean, and you don't know how far you are going to swim. So it was difficult. Initially, I faced challenges because in my first pitch, honestly speaking, I won more than 30,000 euros project in my first pitch, from my first pitch. And luckily I got those projects, but I could not deliver 100% successfully those projects. 50% projects were unsuccessful because of lack of experience and lack of both side cultural knowledge. So I would say, yes, that was very struggling point, because, in Germany, when you building a reputation is a longer process, but once you make a mistake, it's a disaster for you. Then it is hard to recover. And that's what, when I made a mistake, I stopped my startup, or not, I did not stop, but I stopped software services for some period of time. And then I was trying to learn the process where I made what kind of mistake I made, what was the major mistakes I made. So that was very struggling time, because suddenly you got a couple of good projects and your success rate is only 50%, which is not acceptable at all in Germany. So yeah, that was a struggling point, but I could say we successfully overcome, thanks to Almighty and thanks to blessings of the parents as well, I would say. And yeah, so that's how I overcome, and now we are doing well in the market.
How you are managing in this pandemic time? As in this pandemic time, everyone is struggling, some losing job, or closing a startup, or growing also. But what is your current situations at this moment?
Yeah, so this is a very interesting question you asked, Dr. Mishra. And, I will answer you in detail if you allow me.
Yes.
What happened after when I started my startup in 2015, university, I was the first young graduate from the Kiel University who was starting his own startup. So initially it was struggling for me, and then it was hard to get permission. And finally I got permission after around year struggle. And then a local magazine and local newspaper published an article about me, and that was also very big turning point of my life, because you should have plan A, B, and C to survive in the market. So that's what I said. You asked very interesting question. So I am going back in 2015 again. So what happened that time in 2015, when this magazine published an article, university, some entrepreneurship department people read that article, and they were interested in my profile. They asked to give lecture in the university, to join as a guest lecturer in the university. And they said, are you interested to give guest lecture in our university? It was in 2015, and that was a great opportunity for me, because I'm in similar business and my most of resources are available there. And I said, yeah, it's a good opportunity. And I accepted that offer. So that was the thing. And when I failed in 2015 beginning, 16 beginning, so what happened? University was a big support, because I was having a plan B kind of job. Plus I was doing this consulting job as well for job starter project. And in 2017, when even I thought, okay, these are 50% project got failed, and now what should I have to do? I stepped back myself, and then I was trying to evaluate our mistakes, what mistakes we made. So then meanwhile, that time university offered me a full-time position as a program manager and lecturer in University of Applied Sciences, and I accepted that offer. But I said, I'm interested only on half-time, not full-time. They accepted, and then I was half-time. I was there from 2017 to 19, and during this time, my startup was growing, and I got a couple of good clients. Even one client was from one client itself, I was generating $500,000 in 2019. So then I decided to resign. I said, no, now it's high time. I should focus only on my startup. In 2019, April, I resigned from the university, and I was fully dedicating myself for my startup. And then in 2020, Corona hit us. And that was, suddenly hit us. And then I was also not prepared for that. And no one was prepared for that pandemic situation and all. And my company also lost a lot of employees, unfortunately. But 2018-19 was very good year for Confident. But 20, we lose some employees or some people, some business. But thanks to Almighty, now we are reviving again. Things are improving again. We overcome, and everyone understood the value of digital marketing, LinkedIn and all. So through that, we recovered. And then now things are going into positive direction. Every day, things are getting better. So yeah, so plan B was always there. University lecturership or university or other funding projects were always in my backing support. So that was a bigger support. Even struggling or hard time, I was able to survive with the help of those projects, those financial support from the government side.
Thank you very much for sharing with us your success story, your journey. And I will say the success story of Confident Solutions GmbH. Thank you very much. And still you have not subscribed, please subscribe and comments so that Dr. Faizan can reply on your comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mishra, for giving me this opportunity for this story. Thank you.